on the marquee Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn.
It's not a beautiful day, but hey, welcome anyway to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on AM 1170. Thank God this didn't happen on Saturday, Bird.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Thank God it didn't, right?
Yeah.
It's I'm not surprised by this. So it happens every
snow?
year.
Yeah, snow this late. Yeah,
it happens.
It'd be gone in 2 days.
Less than that.
Yeah,
less than that. So, yeah, but it's wow, what a weekend!
We'll get the Macho Man weather report from you, Bird.
There you go. A little bit later.
See
yeah,
what Macho's saying about the daily forecast coming up.
Monday, March 15th here.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I'm not surprised by it, but it just we're just a few. I mean, days. I want to say weeks, but we're just a few days away from the final bit of the snow melting, and we have sleet and snow, and we're in the Quad Cities, and people still forgot how to drive again.
Yeah, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we had an interesting weekend of basketball. Congratulations to the Fighting Illini, but not to Huggy. Stick it, Huggy. Nobody likes you anyway.
Yeah, the Big Ten tournament concluded, and we've got our March Madness. They're bringing on the bubble, the battle in the bubble, if you will, that is trademarked by the NCAA. So,
battle in the bubble.
Yeah. Right. So that's been that's out there. I think we had Kicker on last week. He told us that Iowa was already penned in as a 2. He said the 4 were locks, and he nailed all 4 number 1 seeds. And I don't. It's where it is where it is. Where it landed, it's all right. Iowa's road isn't the easiest one, but hey, we'll break all that down later. Illinois got a 1 seed. Michigan got a 1 seed. So it's the first time in
Illinois is in a very tough bracket.
Michigan, Illinois,
Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Houston. A lot of tough teams in that.
The Big Ten, like I just said, Illinois, Michigan got a pair of number 1 seeds, and then they also got a pair of number 2 seeds. One in Iowa, Iowa's highest seed since 1987, numbered at a 2. It's the first time a conference has ever earned 4 top 2 seeds. So Big Ten is out, and the beauty of this whole thing, really broken down, is these Big Ten teams. They don't have to beat up on each other for a while. They spread out those 4 that we mentioned. They spread them out.
Yeah.
Illinois is down at the number 1 seed in the Midwest. Michigan's the number 1 seed in the East. Ohio State got the 2 in the South, and Iowa got the 2 in the West.
Yeah, Michigan and Ohio State have the most Big Ten teams in their brackets. Mm-hmm. Michigan has Maryland, who they had a little fun with this weekend, and Michigan State in their bracket. And then Ohio State has Whiskey and Purdue in their bracket. So,
the interesting one about Gonzaga, the bracket that I was in, the West bracket, Gonzaga was your number 1 overall, 26-0. They've played the 2, 3, and 4 seeds and whooped them. Now your 3 and 4 seeds are Kansas and Virginia in the West. The big question there is going to be both those teams had coronavirus and were shut down for their respective tournaments. Virginia has been quarantined in Charlottesville. They will not arrive in Indiana until Friday. They play on Saturday. And Kansas is going to be without, I think, their starting forward and a bench guy. I think that's going to hurt both of them. But we're going to break down the bracket a little bit later as well. With other news that we get to talk about a little bit going on is some of the rule changes that the minor leagues, the MLB is going to experiment with in the minor leagues this season. We get to talk about Drew Brees.
Here you go. Yeah, we knew.
Well, we knew. Again, timing.
Yeah.
Timing. Wait till 7 o'clock once all the shows are over with. I mean, they released it minutes before the... I wouldn't say released. It was probably near the end of the game, of the Big Ten championship game. The Saints released their Instagram post or whatever, and it said, you came to us during our darkest times, and you led us to our highest level, which he did. And you can't say enough about Drew Brees' 20-year career. I mean, obviously, I was around to be able to see him play in college. I wouldn't have expected him to go as far as that, but, fantastic. Great for the city of New Orleans. Man will never have to buy a Hurricane the rest of his life. When I say that, I mean a drink.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it out on, the problems that they had when during the hurricane that they had. I think that was 2005. So, a lot of some things that are interesting going on back to the tournament. Duke and Kentucky are out of the tournament for the first time
in how many years?
1976.
Wow.
There was 32 teams in the field back then. So it was a little bit harder to get in.
Still.
Yeah.
Quite a run.
We've got that to talk about. There's a lot of, just a strange amount of, potpourri sports stuff to talk about. Let's recap the weekend. So, St. Patrick's Day. We're in the middle. We're not even at St. Patrick's Day yet. But you guys had a celebration at Harrington's?
Yeah. Great day. Started out with Scott Stowe, and then he did awesome job to open up to get things going. And then Carl Beatty came in.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Ayatollah of rock and roll as well. And then we finished off with Molly Durnan. Had a great day. So thank you to everybody that attended the adventure at Harrington's on Saturday. It was a huge, huge success. We had great crowd, great numbers, Jay. Everybody enjoyed the outdoors, enjoyed that sunshine. We didn't try to limit the beautifulness of the day with a tent this year, so
that's good. Good call.
And it played out perfectly for us. So good things come to those who wait, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a great day. Thanks to our friends at the soon-to-be Meatballs, they cooked our corned beef for us.
Oh wow!
So Kyle did that. Thanks Meatball, the meatball of meatballs. So yeah, and we're gonna do it all again on Saturday, or I'm sorry, on
Wednesday.
So we'll have complimentary corned beef at 5:00, and we'll run the same specials. So stop by, party at Harrington's again on actual St. Patrick's Day, because where else would you go?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you.
I know.
You were gone on Thursday. You were gone on Friday.
I know. I tried calling on Thursday. I know you had.
I think they got that figured out. We gotta hope so. Anyway, the question on Thursday, I don't know if you got to hear when I was talking to Joey when he finally got through, but we were talking a little bit about the Bix Fest coming up.
Yeah, I think I heard your entire interview with Joey.
Okay, and nothing. And the news was so quick that. Anticipating any problems, I mean, I knew Joey, and I even said it. I'm like, Joey, I know you don't really have the answers for this, but I have way too many questions for this race to go off. And it just seems like everything that I've read, it's just kind of like, the Bix is back. Sign up now.
Yeah.
Pay your money.
I heard your I mean, I think I can figure out what they're going to do. Mm-hmm. Basically the elite guys will all be there at the starting line. They'll probably move it up about 10 feet or so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that then people then can funnel down the streets. So you have people funneled to either side of fourth, people funneled to either side of third, and then people funneled on either side of second, and they'll even shut down probably parts of River Drive for this.
Yeah, I wonder if you do that at 10,000, how many people you have in different levels. But it really, I mean... Do you think people are going to sign up because of worried that it's capped at 10,000, or do you think people are going to just be like, I'm going to wait and see?
I think your diehards will go ahead and get in.
If you feel comfortable running, run.
Yeah. It'll fill up, obviously, I think. A lot of things are going to change between now and then.
Yeah. It's just weird because I have this other feeling like...
I mean, Puddin' Brain says that we can probably have... backyard barbecue by then.
Okay. Let's not do that.
What? I'm just saying.
I mean, honestly.
Backyard barbecues,
it's funny.
Jay.
Don't say that stuff, though. Like, don't say that because that's the thing. Like,
just kidding.
The moment, I mean, we could slip and say a word that probably isn't supposed to be on the radio and no one will say a thing. But the moment you criticize somebody, then they come out of the woodworks and call the people, operations manager, and send Facebook messages.
Just saying, we're probably going to have barbecues.
Here's what I'm worried about.
Things are going to change a lot between now and then.
I feel like the city's going to say, no, the Bix Fest is not happening. You're not going to have street parties.
Probably not.
But then 2 weeks later, they're going to have a St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
This is the yeah.
Does any of it make sense? I don't know. I mean, none of it's made sense.
Well,
the
thing is we can sit there. Honestly, a year ago now, we were sitting here going, "I can't believe they canceled everything." Like we left on a Friday, and in the middle of, I think actually it was about 1:00 in the afternoon on that Friday, they canceled the Big Ten tournament while we were on the air.
Yeah.
Actually, I know it was. I know because that was my first actual breakdown on the air, just saying what's going on. This can't be right. And then, and then a year ago, we're sitting there saying what's going to happen? If you look at the share, you're not on it, but Facebook will have your memories, and you can go back and see what you wrote. And back then, I wrote on that Friday that the rest of March will look like the second Wednesday in July. I mean, the second Wednesday in July is the day after the All-Star game. There's no sports going on ever during that. And that's why I said that about March. Just March, T-Ray. Then we had April.
Yeah.
Then we had May.
I think we should just be blessed with everything that's going on. Things are heading in the right direction. People are getting vaccinated that want to.
Mm-hmm.
I know the next round's coming for 18 to 64. You and I happen to fall in that bracket.
Woohoo!
I'm more towards the top of that bracket than you are.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of
I
things
think you
are
can
gonna
just
happen.
sign up now if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get after it if you need it. Absolutely. Since I've had it, I'm a little less nervous than other people. I would urge people that want to get it that haven't had coronavirus, go out and do it.
So should I? This is a general conversation here.
Yeah.
Because I've had it, and we don't really know how long the antibodies stay in because there's been different reports.
Correct.
And we want to make sure that the people that really need it have it. I should wait if I want to get vaccinated. I'm just talking between you and me. I'm not saying anyone out there listening what you should do.
That's my take on it. I feel that,
and I'm going to listen to you.
I'm not completely nervous about it because I feel I have the antibodies. I know I had it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I tested positive. I was very sick. I think I'll go off the MIT report. It's the one I'm going to listen to. They're very smart at MIT.
Yeah, pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
So and what they're saying is I should have the antibodies for a very long time. That being said, I know people that haven't had it. I would rather see those people get the shot before me. And I'm not saying I won't do it. And then I'm not telling anybody to go get the shot either. If you don't want it, that's on you. But I'll go get it when it's right. If they tell me, hey man, we can get you in, I'll get in. But I'm not gonna I'm not waiting to be in line tomorrow.
And you're not going to try to get in, steal it before somebody else.
I'm not going to go Mr. Mackey and dress up like a fireman. Did you happen to watch that, by the way?
What?
Last week, the South Park?
No.
The vaccination special?
No, I did not.
Dude, Jay.
What?
It was pretty monumental.
Okay, I just don't watch that show that much.
It was awesome. So they had all the old people get their shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they're driving around in their cars with the tops down. They're partying. They're doing burnouts on their motorcycles in the driveway of the school, and they flipped off Mr. Mackey. I mean, it's great.
Okay. Yeah. So, again, you're right. Things are heading the right direction. Obviously, by having the NCAA tournament, it's a good way to go. Major League Baseball's looking to start on time. We'll see how some of that works out, but spring training's been going on. I think the spring training, there's not a lot of news coming out because the minor leaguers aren't there. So there's not there's some guys on the fringe,
right?
But there's not a lot well, this guy got sent down or this guy is really hot and he's only their 91st prospect in their entire organization. This guy's on a torrid spring. Are they going to bring him up? And there's going to be some speculation later about who goes down for a little bit just because of the Super 2. And that whole thing is, I think that's going to be part of the new collective bargaining agreement. The whole, your service time, holding people back to get another year out of them. Because, one, it's very transparent. It didn't help that Seattle Mariners president of baseball operations admitted to doing it. He's like, yeah, we hold people back. We've held people back, and it just creates bad relationships between the players and the organization.
Yeah, and that's already.
But you do something like San Diego Padres, who take Fernando Tatis, they bring him up as soon as they can, then they sign him to a big deal. You know, San Diego says we want to win now. We're not messing around anymore. And that's the type of organization, in the end, you're going to be able to sell to later.
Yeah.
Be like, look what we do. We take care of our players first.
Right.
We're not like the Seattle Mariners up there saying, yeah, we'd totally do that. But
by the way, did you see any of the Iowa baseball highlights from the weekend?
No.
Man, looked good. But kid from Assumption had a really great
Wallace.
day.
Yep. Yeah, he struck out like 10th or 6th.
Now, have you seen their new ball hats? Their new hats?
No.
The cursive eye.
Okay.
Guess who's got one coming?
You already ordered one? Good work. Okay, speaking of Iowa and Iowa basketball. So we had a game on Friday. We had a game on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Not their best game, not their best half against Wisconsin, but they came back through in the second half and they won the game. Actually, the spread was 5. They won by 5.
People were all over Chris Hassel, by the way, on Twitter.
Because so did Jabo. Jabo like subtweeted him or whatever.
Oh, so did it might have been Connor. One of the McCaffrey.
Oh no, it was
kids.
Connor. It was Connor.
Connor goes, this guy's the absolute
effing
worst.
Yeah. So,
oh, it was great.
like I said, they missed a free throw at the end. They would have covered the 5 points, but some people actually had them at 5.5. So that free throw at the end missed. That really, some Iowa gamblers did not do well in that. The Illinois game. Okay, where do I start with this? I really felt like Iowa was exposed for their lack of athleticism.
At times, yeah.
And also not recognizing defensive weaknesses, I want to say, or not just awareness. There was too many times that Illinois would pass the ball around, get a guy, open in the corner, then drive baseline and have an open look, like layup or a dunk. And when you get that close, so the multiple times that they came within 4, 5, or 6, and looked like I was putting a run, and then out of nowhere you blinked your eyes, and Illinois went on an 8-0 run. It was just crazy. Yeah. And I would say the referees swallowed their whistles quite a bit for both sides. I'm biased. I would say more that Illinois cheated, but that's me. In the end, so here's how it all. If you really, really want to break it down, as I'm sitting with my buddy Martin before the game, and he goes, "Take your Iowa bias out of it." Okay, yeah. What do you want? Who you betting? Illinois. Yep. He goes, "Me too." That's all. It was that I didn't.
Well, they're definitely playing hotter basketball at the time, for sure. I mean, they'd been on a streak where they'd, beat Michigan. Handily at Michigan, beat Ohio State.
They were just, Illinois just looked really, really good. And then but then you have that 17-point lead against Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and they almost blew that. But here we are. It's Monday. You know what is also kind of weird? I wonder, it used to be like this day and the day like after the Super Bowl, wasn't it like it's like Sports Blue Monday, where it cost businesses millions of dollars because people were talking either about the Super Bowl, they're talking about, and on this day they're filling out their brackets instead of doing work. Yeah. Now they're all just at home in their own offices, filling out brackets and doing it and burning time. All right, about the NCAA, we told you that the 4 number 1 seeds: Gonzaga, Baylor, Illinois, Michigan. The last 4 in is Michigan State, UCLA, Wichita State, and Drake. Big Ten led all conferences with bids with 9. SEC had, let's see, I don't think that's right. I think they had 8. Big 12 had 7. ACC had 7. Pac-12 had 5. Big East had 4. The American 2. A-10 2. West Coast 2. Missouri Valley 2. Mountain West 2. And then there are 20 other conferences that just had 1. Some ones that you want to look at, obviously the play-in game between Michigan State and UCLA. They're going to be playing at Mackey Arena on Thursday night. Villanova versus Winthrop. The reason to look at that is everyone loves a good 12 over 5, right?
Yeah.
But Villanova will be without their star point guard. And Winthrop is sitting at 23-1. Loyola Chicago versus Virginia Tech, an 8 versus a 9. The Yellow Jackets had won the ACC tournament. Loyola Chicago won the MVC tournament. Okay, UCSB, University of California, Santa Barbara. The Gauchos. All right, mid-major. Spoiler, they are one of my 12 over 5s. I got them.
Got beaten Creighton?
I do, yeah. Creighton got beat up by a Georgetown team, but I'm sorry. They won the tournament. That's a great story. The first time since 2007. Patrick Ewing leads Georgetown to Big East. Big East used to be like the conference, but Georgetown had to win these 4 games in the Big East just to get to 500. So I think Creighton's beat up pretty well. And then Ohio over Virginia. I mentioned that earlier. There's another spoiler for you. I have Ohio beating Virginia, too. I don't even know if Virginia's going to make it to the thing. So, some other weird type of numbers. 6 teams in the Midwest region have orange as their primary color.
Okay.
I don't know why. That's Illinois, Oklahoma State, Tennessee, Clemson, Syracuse, and Oregon State.
Yeah.
The 9 seeds are 72 and 68 all-time versus number 8 seeds in the round of 64. The only lower seed with a winning record. 10 seeds are just 55 and 85 over number 7. So, and
I got 2 9s and 2 8s winning.
I think when we're going to get to that as well, I do 2, and I think we have the same ones. I would think.
Maybe.
So, huh?
Maybe.
You say maybe?
Maybe.
All right, well, let's do a bracket breakdown when we come back here from ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Locally owned, guys, since 1934, Tri-City Equipment has been your source for restaurant equipment and value ever since. I'll tell you what, Bird, we just made a very great purchase for pints from them. Got some awesome new patio furniture coming.
When the snow melts.
Yeah, it's coming. It still has to get all done up and did, but maybe sometime next week. Tara helped us out awesomely down there. You can get a hold of her at 563-322-5382. Tell her T-Roy sent you. They also have an awesome showroom down there at 527 West 4th Street in Davenport. So if you want to just go look at some of the items they have in stock, they have 1,600 things for you to look at. Those hours for the showroom are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. So please get down there and look at what they have or give them a call again. 563-322-5382. Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Julian Vandervelde, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com. Sports bettors, are you ready? You can now experience Iowa's premium sports book from the comfort of your own home. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips, all on an easy-to-use app. Rated #1 on Trustpilot. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they've ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sports book for yourself. And don't forget to sign up with code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. What do you have to lose? And keep betting all weekend long to receive free bets. When you bet on rounds 1 and 2 of the college basketball tournament, you can receive up to $1,099 in free bets. So, are you ready? Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Tanae and Golick Jr.
And that writing on the wall is always looking different when it's the quarterback and everybody else. And I knew in every locker room I was going to be in, whether this was high school, college, or anywhere else, the star players on the team, the quarterbacks on the team, we were all going to be treated fairly, but fair isn't the same. And no one expects that based on the way that this is divvied up. But now looking from the other way, if you're Deshaun Watson looking at this spot, I mean, hell, you even had J.J. Watt running up to him after that last game saying, we wasted one one of your prime years. J.J. Watt, the face of that franchise, understanding that they're only going to go as far as Deshaun Watson is taking them, because that's how this league is built right now. And so for Deshaun on the other side, I think he's got this realization. The reason he is out here pushing buttons, trying to make things happen, is because he also knows the world is different for him as a quarterback. Life is different for him as a quarterback, which means his exit from this was never going to be as easy as what we saw with JJ.
Shanae and Golick Jr. 306 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
For 2021, Tyson's has awarded over $350,000 through our More for Your Community grant program, helping support 223 organizations. At Tyson's, we take pride in our associates and the communities we serve. People buy from people, not just companies. To us, that's more than a saying. It's at the core of our foundation since 1927. Tyson's, home, farm, auto.
Come on into Tyson's, more for you. You're right on par in your M&M golf car.
M&M Golf Cars, your authorized club car dealer, invites you to check out the new Onward by Club Car. Onward's all-new accessories personalize nearly every detail to fit your lifestyle. Customize yours at mmgolfcars.com. 0% financing for 24 months through the end of the month. M&M Golf Cars, Bettendorf.
In your M&M golf car, M&M golf cars.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Jerry really screwed this up. He screwed this up. Impulsive billionaires with a penchant for star power. Zeke Elliott and Cabo was the undoing. 2 years ago, Zeke Elliott held out. He withheld his services. And you know how that worked out? He now has a contract that is an albatross, and it is one of the reasons that they were not able to get this deal with Dak Prescott done until a time when Dak had more leverage than any player has ever had in NFL history. And Jerry got that completely wrong because he becomes enamored with star power. And so that's the way it goes. Now, look, do the Cowboys lose their ability to compete because of this? No, of course not. They got the number down this year. Jerry thinks they're a championship team. He may be the only one who thinks that, but he does.
Greeny, 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
It's a 5-day St. Patrick's Day blowout at the Circle Top in Davenport, March 13th through the 17th. Enjoy daily drink specials over $400 per day in daily prizes, and their famous corned beef and cabbage all 5 days. Saturday, get $6 pitchers. Sunday is $2 Bud family cans. Monday is $1 domestic drafts. Tuesday is ladies' night with $2 Bud family cans. And Wednesday is $1 drafts all day long. It's a 5-day St. Patrick's Day blowout at the Circle Top in Davenport, West Locust Street, Davenport.
Wow, it's cold outside. It's a good thing you've got sports to keep you warm while you work. This is the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back to the Hassle Castle, everybody. Got the big bracket breakdown coming up.
Oh, yes, but we have, got to do all that fun, all those fun news stuff. Obviously, yesterday, Drew Brees officially called it a career. He announced his retirement. He posted video of his 4 kids sharing the news and celebrating the retirement. And then it was very notable timing because it came exactly 15 years to the day that Brees signed with the New Orleans Saints in free agency. Brees played 20 seasons in the NFL, 5 with the Chargers, 15 with the Saints. He's currently the NFL's all-time leader in passing yards and second all-time in passing TDs. He won a Super Bowl and was named Super Bowl MVP, made 13 Pro Bowls. Brees said, "Each day I poured my heart and soul into being your quarterback. Till the very end, I exhausted myself to give everything I had to the Saints organization, my team, and the great city of New Orleans. We shared some amazing moments together, many of which in our hearts and minds will forever be a part of us. You have molded me, strengthened me, inspired me, and given me a lifetime of memories. My goal for the last 15 years was striving to give you everything you had given to me and more." I'm pretty sure I saw this right. He's going to be going to NBC. So is he going to be helping?
That,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that's what I said. I saw something like that. So he'll be working there, I think. Just minutes after the decision, his announcement, the team announced a contract restructure for Taysom Hill in the form of a 4-year, $140 million extension. Now, it's not about the money, like how much he got there or anything. His deal is he has 4 voidable years, so the restructure is a 1-year extension that will pay him out about $12.15. Here's how it looks for Taysom Hill: $9.6 million signing bonus, $1.4 million guaranteed roster bonus, $1.03 million guaranteed base salary plus incentives. So what they're trying to do is what they did was they freed up nearly $7.5 million in cap space.
Yeah.
And they let go. They also let their receiver go. Who was that?
Manuel Sanders.
Yep, Manuel Sanders. That's right. So it's not easy to replace someone like Drew Brees. Who knows what we're going to do? Justin Thomas went on to win the TPC at Sawgrass.
Yeah, what did we have? I think we didn't do that well.
No, the Mikes did not do well. He had 4 guys miss the cut.
We didn't even have. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did well with Bryson, but that Homa didn't make the cut. Cantlay didn't make the cut. Gary Woodland, we had him. He did not make the cut either.
Yeah. Thomas's 14th PGA win makes him the 4th player since 1960 to win 4 PGA events before turning 18. Tiger Woods, Jack Nicklaus, and Johnny Miller are those 3 before him. He shot 64 and 68 in the final 2 rounds, tying the tournament record for closing 36-hole score. R.I.P. Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Oh, man.
Passed away unexpectedly at their house, his wife announced, 66 years old. No official cause of death has been given. He was 62-3-2 with 52 knockouts. 62-3-2 with 52 knockouts. His first title
first
fight,
round with him and Tommy Hearns.
Mm-hmm. His first title fight he ever had ended in a draw. He was very upset. He thought he won the fight. He said from there on out he does not want to leave it up to the judges. That's where you get to 52 knockouts out of 62 wins.
Yeah.
He was part of the legendary 4 Kings in the 80s. Hagler, Tommy Hearns, Roberto Duran, and Sugar Ray Leonard. During a time when boxing really, really loved their Olympic fighters. He was not one of them. He made 12 defenses of the undisputed middleweight title from 1980 to 1987, was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 1993. So yeah, and then you talked about that. You can pull up the 1985 Hagler versus Hearns, one of the greatest rounds in boxing history. So, other news around the NFL: Juju Smith-Schuster penned a letter thanking Pittsburgh fans. So, his free agency starting in 2 days, and they can announce that stuff if they want to. Someone can sign him. I mean, Tampa Bay re-signed Shaq Barrett, and then the Packers got their running back, Aaron Jones. Yeah. So that's some of the things, but
The Shaq Barrett signing was smart.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a great edge rusher.
Okay, so looking at the NCAA tournament, and we talked about Gonzaga being the number 1 overall. They're 26-0, are only the 20th team in history to enter the tournament undefeated, and the last time an undefeated team won the national title in 1976.
That would have been the Indiana Hoosiers.
That's right, the last team that was undefeated.
Knight.
Yep.
And I want to say Isaiah Thomas was a guard on that team. No. Yeah.
But we did mention that they have a pretty favorable draw, unlike Illinois. The Midwest is really the tough one there.
Yeah.
In the Midwest, Illinois is the 1, Houston's the 2, West Virginia 3, Oklahoma State the 4. So, yeah, it's time to break down the brackets.
Oh,
boy. For those Hasslers out there that follow, I mean, you guys know we're experts in all things college basketball, right?
Yeah.
So this should be a lot of fun for us.
I circled my play-in winners, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to do those first, real quick? Come on.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Norfolk, Appalachian State. Who do you got?
App State.
So do I.
Okay.
Wichita State, the Shockers against Drake. I got Drake. Mainstream Media against Texas Southern.
Texas Southern.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan State versus UCLA.
Michigan State, baby.
Look at that.
Look at that, baby.
Across the board.
That's right. Okay.
All right. Gonzaga versus App State, Jay. tough matchup for App State.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one indeed. Be interested to see what this line is.
Yeah.
Anything, which this line, 33 sound good?
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. 33 sounds about right. I'm just going to pencil that in right now. We'll come back. We'll circle that later when we come back before the game at the end of the week. Gonzaga definitely there. This is where it starts to get interesting because you have your 9 and 8.
I don't think Appalachian State has the horses to run with Zags.
I don't think Norfolk does either. Either one. I'm still whoever wins coming out of that one, I'm giving 33 points to.
I think Zaga's going to win that one. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see if we match up on these 8-9 predictions.
I think you have Oklahoma over Missouri.
I do.
So do I.
Okay.
This is where it gets interesting for the West.
Yep. Creighton, UCSB.
Sorry, Creighton.
The Gauchos.
I'm taking the Gauchos to win that one, UCSB.
I am as well.
All right.
Okay. Virginia, Ohio.
Go Bobcats.
I got Ohio. Or I got Virginia.
I've got Ohio.
All right. USC, Drake.
USC.
I got Drake.
Oh, good.
Kansas, Eastern Washington.
I took Kansas
So
only
did I.
because depth, but that's going to be it for them. And as far as my bracket goes,
Oregon versus VCU.
Oregon.
I took Oregon as well.
They're solid.
And let's see, what is this? This is University of Phoenix.
Why?
It's Grand Canyon. I'm sorry. Iowa versus Grand Canyon.
They won Grand Canyon's. They won the Western Athletic Championship. They've got a kid from Denmark, I believe, that's 7 foot tall, 7 feet tall. He's that's about the most I know of him. Everyone says great things about him. I don't know. It was just enough for me. People going to social media being like, "Don't look at Iowa's bracket and think it's that easy. Don't sleep on Grand Canyon, and Oregon's a team coming too." Like, all right, I get it.
I like Kake's response.
What's that?
Oregon's somewhere between the Jordan Pippen Bulls and the Bird-led Celtics.
You want to finish out this bracket or?
No, let's keep going. Round one.
Okay.
Doing round ones. All right. Michigan at Texas Southern.
Yeah, I've got. That's not at or anything
I know. I'm
yet.
joking.
There, I've got. By the way, why do they keep with the regions like West, East, South, and Midwest? Why wouldn't they call it the Butler region or the Hoosier region? Or
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they want to break tradition.
It's annoying.
I got you. All right, we both have Michigan here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we're here. LSU, St. Bonaventure.
We both just saw the end of that SEC game. LSU took it to almost a tip-off, beating Alabama. I took LSU.
I took St. Bona.
No.
You're darn right I did.
All right. All right.
Colorado versus Pat Ewing.
All right, this is going to be the one that everyone's going to see that they won the Big East championship and say, here's your 12 versus 5. I'm the one that's going to sit there and say, if they can continue to have the lightning in the bottle that got them to the Big East title, and keep in mind Villanova was injured, all right? Or else Villanova probably would have won the Big East. If they can do it, you can easily see this, but Colorado's led by a good point guard. I did not take a 12 over 5 here. Good for Georgetown, good story, but I took Colorado.
I took Georgetown.
Okay.
All right. Florida State versus UNC Greenville.
Florida State.
Me too.
By the way, a lot of this is going to be a lot of chalk. It's just not that type of year. That's what I think.
All right.
Okay.
The Youngs of Brigham.
Yes.
Taking on Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What do you got?
I got Michigan State.
So do I.
It's just a matter of Izzo's been there before. He's got him ready. And then all of a sudden they're a playing team, and everyone's going to be like, is Michigan State ready for a run? And we'll see.
They'll make a little run. All right. Texas at Abilene Christian.
Texas.
Texas as well. UConn, Maryland.
I've got Maryland.
Okay.
10 over 7 there.
I got Maryland too.
Okay.
Bama or Iona?
Well, Patino's Iona, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wanted the season at the beginning of the year. He wanted it. He thought he should maybe not even have the season at all. Rick Pitino is the third coach to lead 5 programs to the tournament, joining Lon Kruger and Tubby Smith. Anyway, it's Alabama.
Yep, got Bama as well. All right, going up to the South bracket. Which Jay, what do you want to name this bracket?
Yeah. Hold on, not yet. I'll name them. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah.
All right, Baylor versus Hartford.
It's Baylor.
Okay.
Hartford, the whale.
North Carolina versus Wisconsin.
God, this one was a tough one. Here's where my 9 and 8 comes. I took Wisconsin.
So did I.
Okay.
Take that, Dennis. Nova versus Winthrop.
I don't know. This is a 12 and 5, and after seeing that, I originally put in Villanova, but I'm actually changing it right now in the air.
Well, I got Winthrop.
I'm doing it. I'm taking Winthrop too.
All right, Purdue versus North Texas.
Purdue.
Or like Purdue, but I'll take them anyway.
Yep.
Texas Tech, Utah State.
I got the Red Raiders.
I got Utah State.
Next one was a tough one.
Arkansas and Colgate.
This was a tough one. If you guys know about Colgate, you know that they had like a net rating that was in the top 10. They didn't really play anyone because in their conference, the Pioneer League, there was a certain bubble and you could only play the schools that were close to you, but they did go into the tournament as the number 2 seed. The number 1 seed got upset, and Colgate ended up winning by a large amount, enough to cover spread. Colgate is the number 2 scoring team in the country. I want to take a 14-3 over Arkansas. I really do. But I'm apprehensive because of what little they've seen. They haven't seen anything outside of the Pioneer League.
Right.
So you can beat up on Boston University, Holy Cross, and Navy all you want, and then win the Pioneer League.
Yeah.
I want to take Colgate. I did see a funny tweet, though. This is going to be the first time anyone from Arkansas has seen Colgate.
I knew it had something to do with teeth. I knew it. I'm like, this is so great.
Anyway, I've got Arkansas.
So do I.
Okay.
Florida versus Vatech.
I took Florida.
I took Vatech.
All right.
Ohio State versus Oral Roberts.
OSU.
I got OSU as well. All right. The Midwest region. Illinois against a power tool.
Drexel, yeah. Illinois.
I got Illinois as well. Loyola, Chicago, or Georgia Tech?
Okay, I took Georgia Tech only because Loyola Chicago is going to have way too much time off, nearly 2 weeks. And also, I think they beat a diluted field in the tournament of the Missouri Valley Conference. So I'm going to take Georgia Tech.
I'm taking Loyola Chicago because that nun is still alive.
Okay.
There you go. Tennessee versus Oregon State.
The Volunteers.
I got Oregon State. I took all 12s over 5s, Jay.
Oh, good. Okay.
I'll get one of them right.
Yeah, and yeah. I think that's the way to go. I think if you go and put just even $20 on each 12 and you hit one, you'll end up making money out of it because of the money line. You take them to win straight up. Okay.
Oklahoma State versus Liberty. Liberty Mutual. The Emu.
Yep.
The Emus.
Oklahoma State.
Yep, I did too. The San Diego State Aztecs against Boeheim Syracuse Orange. And
Fisher still coaches at San Diego State, I'm assuming?
I believe so.
Yeah, I took San Diego State.
I did too. West Virginia against Moorhead.
West Virginia.
I got West Virginia as well. Clemson, Rutgers.
Clemson.
Rutgers. And then Houston versus Cleveland. Sounds like baseball.
It does. I took Houston.
I took Houston as well.
I feel dumb that I don't know anything about Houston. I mean, nothing.
Neither do I.
Okay.
Five Slamma Jamma. All right, keep going.
Get us into let's get us into the Sweet 16 and then we'll take a break.
Gonzaga versus Oklahoma.
Zags.
Me too. UCSB Against Virginia or Ohio. Who did you have?
I had Ohio winning this.
I have UCSB winning this.
Okay. Virginia is, the COVID Virginia is not going to make it far.
Okay, I had Drake, you had USC, and then we both had Kansas. Who do you got?
I have USC beating Kansas.
I have Drake beating Kansas.
Jeez. What a run for Drake.
Oregon versus Iowa.
Hawks by a million.
Yes, me too. All right, I had we both had Michigan. I had St. Bona. You had LSU. Who do you got?
I have Michigan over LSU.
So do I. You had Colorado. I had Georgetown. We both had Florida State.
Oh, Stocking just said Colgate's in the Patriot League, not Pioneer. Sorry, I think I've made that mistake way too many times, and I'll make it again because either or. Say it again.
All right, I had Georgetown. You had Colorado. We both had Florida State. Who do you got?
Florida State.
I got Georgetown.
You're that run. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I think you had.
We both had
Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
And we both had Texas.
Yep.
Who do you got?
Texas.
I got Michigan State.
Come on.
What do you mean?
All right.
Maryland. We both had.
Yep.
Bama. We both had.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got?
Bama.
Maryland.
Come on.
What do you mean? Come on.
You're silly.
You're silly.
You're silly.
All right, Baylor, Wisconsin.
I struggled with this. I really wanted to put Wisconsin, even though there's not anything I really like about them, but I end up going with Baylor.
I went Wisconsin.
Okay.
Winthrop versus Purdue.
Purdue.
You had Texas Tech. I had Utah State or Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I have Arkansas as well. We both had Vatek.
I had Florida.
Okay.
We both had Ohio State. I have Ohio State winning that.
I have Ohio State as well. Okay. Illinois versus either Georgia Tech or Loyola.
Illinois.
I got Illinois. Oregon State versus Oklahoma State. You had Tennessee.
Yeah, I got Oklahoma State.
I got Oklahoma State as well.
I'm only riding at Oklahoma State because it was like like last week we were talking about something about Oklahoma State, and I was like, they're not that good, and you're like, they're good. Like you're like, no, and then
we were trying to get teams that were good at wrestling and basketball.
Oh yeah, and I was like, they're not good at basketball. Yeah, now look at them. Yeah.
San Diego State versus West Virginia.
West Virginia.
I have West Virginia as well. Rutgers versus Houston.
I had Clemson, but I have Houston winning that game.
All right, yeah, I got Houston as well.
All right, that'll take us into the Sweet 16. Let's take a look at that when we come back from break here at ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us, we're local.
Front Street, the oldest brew pub in Iowa, has been serving the fine community of Davenport since 1992 with great beers like their Davenport Gold, the Wise Guy, the Raging River, and everyone's favorite, the Cherry Bomb Blonde. If you want to find out what they have for food and drink specials, please track them down on Facebook or go to the webpage www.frontstreetbrew.com. That's Front Street Brewery, the restaurant, 208 East River Drive, in the tap room in the Freight House Complex.
The Rock says he's going to make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
Hey, this is Goose, PA announcer for the Quad City Storm, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
We just expanded our lot at Weber Auto Group. What's that mean for you? Now's the time to buy. Bigger selection, better deal, lower prices, plus the Weber warranty. And every car we sell gets our 52-point inspection. So call us, visit our website, or better yet, come see us in our new showroom in Silvis. Weber Auto Group, your 5-star dealer.
From the gridiron to the 9-iron, experience the thrill of the game anywhere in Iowa with Elite Sportsbook. You can now sign up for Elite Sportsbook on your phone anywhere in Iowa and receive your first bet risk-free, up to $500. Just visit EliteSportsbook.com to create an account, and your first bet is on us, up to $500. It's time to play your game with Elite Sportsbook. For a limited time only, valid only in Iowa. Must be 21. Visit EliteSportsbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling a problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
This is Skip Tracer from the outdoor reality show Joe Bazillionaire. Joe, is it true that you inherited the state of Montana and have thousands of acres to play on, and you're here to find an ATV to spend the rest of your life with?
Well, that's why I'm here.
Here come the contestants now.
Ooh, the competition is stiff. The power, the flexibility, the low monthly payments, the winches, the plows, the camo covers.
Look at that Suzuki ATV from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic.
So powerful, so sleek, so... It's going to be a tough call, but I'm leaning towards the Suzuki with 3 headlights, automatic transmission, and push-button 4-wheel drive.
They all have pretty bodies and fancy switches.
But the real test will be on the individual dates, alone with each machine in the back country. It's anyone's guess what sort of bump and grind I'll experience.
Well, looks like Joe is one happy camper. Get happy yourself in your own Suzuki ATV from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic across from Alcoa. Almost.
Suzuki ATVs are recommended only for those 16 years and older. Suzuki recommends an approved training course. See your dealer for details.
What girl doesn't dream of getting dressed up in diamonds on her wedding day? With the Something Borrowed program at Dolan Jewelers, dreams do come true. With the purchase of your engagement ring and diamond from Dolan Jewelers, you can borrow up to $25,000 worth of our jewelry to wear on your wedding day, absolutely free. Shop our huge selection of popular engagement rings, as well as his and her wedding bands. Financing is always available, so come visit Dolan Jewelers at 3865 Elmore in Davenport or dolanjewelers.com.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. One of the greatest to ever play in NFL history has called it a career. Drew Brees announced his retirement Sunday, 15 years to the day he first signed with the Saints. The NFL's all-time leader in passing yards says that while he's retiring from football, he's not leaving the city of New Orleans, where he's long been known for his charity work. Brees was honored by his head coach, Sean Payton, who said in a statement, quote, "His consistency and dedication to excellence were unparalleled. In a short period of time, he would help lead a region to recovery and a team to a Super Bowl championship." Elsewhere, the Packers made sure Aaron Jones did not hit the free agent market, agreeing to a 4-year, $48 million contract with the Pro Bowl running back. And the Texans made 2 trades, neither involving Deshaun Watson. They sent linebacker Benardrick McKinney to Miami for DN Shaq Lawson, and they'll swap late-round draft picks for Patriots tackle Marcus King. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
Printing you new signs for the times.
Get back to business with custom printed signs and sales materials. Staples has hundreds of designs to choose from, or just upload your own.
And now at Staples, get 15% off signs, posters, or decals when you spend $75 or more.
Some items printed same day when ordered before 2 p.m.
Save big on custom printing at Staples.
Ends 5/29/21. Exclusions apply. Limit 1 offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español?
Hablo.
It's hablo?
Yes.
It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy! Go long!
No, I can't!
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Your local sports show in the Quad Cities is on ESPN 1170. Don't hassle us. We're local. Noon till 2 on the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170.
It's bracket breakdown for the bubble.
Battle of the Bubble.
Battle of the Bubble.
In Indiana this year. Yep. It's a lot of money at stake here for the NCAA, and they're not canceling this thing at all.
That's right.
Even when the beginning of the year, when conferences, the leaders of the conference saying, we're not going to be in a bubble, guess what? You're in a bubble.
Well, we got our Sweet 16 figured out. Jay, go through your Sweet 16 real quick for everyone so they know.
In the West, I've got Gonzaga versus Ohio. Then in the bottom portion of that bracket, USC versus Iowa.
All right, I have Gonzaga, USB, UCSB, I should say,
Mhm.
and Drake, Iowa.
In the East, I've got Michigan versus Florida State, Texas versus Bama.
I have Michigan versus Georgetown, and then Michigan State versus Maryland.
In the South, Baylor versus Purdue, Arkansas versus Ohio State.
I've got Wisconsin, Purdue, Arkansas, Ohio State.
In the Midwest, Illinois versus Oklahoma State, West Virginia versus Houston.
We are exactly the same.
Yeah. So breaking that down now, we have to see who wins in the. These games will be played the Sweet 16 March 27th through the 28th. The Elite 8 games will be played the 29th and the 30th. So, keep that in mind when you're looking at all this stuff because, yeah.
So 27th, 28th, that is a Friday, Saturday, correct? Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yep, okay. All right, Jay, let's start out. You got Gonzaga and Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got?
I've got this. I'm just looking at this real quick. The 27th. All right, yeah. I'm like, Saturday, Sunday, Sweet 16. All right, Gonzaga versus Ohio. I've got Gonzaga winning that.
I got Gonzaga over the Gauchos. Finally, the Gauchos go down.
The run goes down for the UCSB Gauchos.
Okay.
We're all going to be sad when that's over with. It's going to be tough.
You have USC versus Iowa, correct?
Yes.
And I have Drake versus Iowa. I just guessing we both have Iowa going on.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
just guess.
Mhm.
Okay, we both have Michigan, but you have Florida State. I have Georgetown. I'm also going to hazard to guess we both have Michigan winning that.
I do have Michigan winning that game. I have,
Okay.
yeah.
Here's where your bracket gets really weird. You got Texas versus Bama, correct?
Is it weird? Like the 3 and the 2? It is a little strange, yeah.
Really odd. Anyway, what do you got going?
I have Texas over Bama.
Okay, well, I have Michigan State, Maryland. I have Maryland winning to set up a Michigan-Maryland rematch.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be seeing a lot of those highlights.
See what happens between the coaches in this one.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of those highlights going on. Does anyone really know what happened? Here's what I understand. Juwan Howard was saying something to the Maryland coach, and the Maryland kid kind of stuck up for his coach, or he put his nose where it doesn't belong. And then Juwan Howard started jawing at the kid, and then they both got run. They both got ejected. My favorite part about it was Juwan Howard was saying to the referee, "I'm gone. I have to leave. Like, I didn't do anything wrong," type of thing. And then the Maryland kid was saying, "I didn't do anything." So neither one of them were taking any type of
ownership.
Yeah, of it, and they got run anyway. That's the thing. If you read anything or listen to anything those players say, that's why they love Juwan Howard. They say he'll go to battle for us anytime. So he definitely was ready to go to battle.
I got news for you. I wouldn't fight Juwan Howard.
No.
He will knock the hell out of you.
He looks like he's like calm and collected, but I did not like that way he was walking off. He was still John.
Dude, that mad face is.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
scared.
legit.
Juwan Howard, he might not be the guy to fight. Just throwing it out at you.
Yep.
Okay, Jay, you got Baylor. I got Wisconsin. We both have Purdue. Who do you got winning between those two?
I've got Baylor beating Purdue to advance on to the Elite Eight.
I got Purdue beating Whiskey.
All right.
Advance on to the Elite Eight. Okay, we both had our Kansas and Ohio State. Who do you have?
Ohio State.
I got Ohio State as well. An all Big Ten Elite Eight right there. Interesting.
Well, that's you have that down in the East too.
Oh,
Maryland, Big
crazy.
Ten.
Wait a minute. Oh, all right.
Weird.
I wonder how this is going to continue.
I don't know.
Okay, Illinois, Oklahoma State. I believe we both have.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you got winning?
Illinois.
I do too.
Yeah.
West Virginia, Houston.
I said something earlier about Houston, not too much, and Erickson on the Heritage Pub Facebook comment thread said, "Here's something about Houston. They're the third best and fifth best at offensive and defensive rebounding in the nation. They can also shoot the three. They're 28th in the nation." My question is, I don't know who they've played either. Like, it's huge. I mean, great. And they're not like Phi Slam a Jam anymore. I've got West Virginia over Houston.
So do I. They got a couple bigs there in West Virginia that are really tough. So to run through this real quick, Jay and I both have Gonzaga and Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
He has Michigan. I have Michigan, but he has
Texas,
and I have Maryland. He has Baylor and Ohio State. I have Purdue and Ohio State. And we both have Illinois and West Virginia. And yes, if you're counting at home, I have 6 teams in the Elite Eight.
That are from
the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, Huggy, Homer. Stick that. No one likes you. All right, Jay. Just going to get this one out of the way.
Yeah.
Gonzaga versus Iowa. Who do you got?
If anyone knows me, they know that I'm usually Iowa all the way and take as far as long as possible. I just don't know. I just listen. I'll be the first to tell you that I'm a fan of Joey T. But those turnovers that he had in those games, I don't think you're going to see a lot of him at this tournament. I don't think he's in favorable areas for Fran right now. I think he's very, very athletic. I think he's quick. He's one of my favorites, but it was brutal to watch him turn that ball over against Illinois. Keegan Murray, I'd like to see step up, but right now, I just don't know the athleticism. Gonzaga they're just good. They've already beaten him, and they beat him easily. Iowa didn't shoot that well in that game, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to say it's been a great run to the Elite Eight and great season, and thank you to Luka and everybody. But I'm going Gonzaga.
Huh.
I know. This is the biggest letdown.
I can't believe I'm hosting a show with this guy.
I know.
I'm taking Iowa.
I love it. I love that you did that.
You're damn right.
I love that you did that, and I hope it happens.
It's a revenge game for Iowa. They're coming out. This is going to be called the Revenge for the Hawkeyes, all right? Just stick with that in your head. Revenge,
Mm-hmm.
all right? All right, you have Michigan. I have Michigan. You have Texas. I have Maryland. Who do you got?
Wolverines.
I got Michigan as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an Iowa-Michigan matchup, first round.
In the Final Four.
In the Final Four.
Oh, weird.
Weird. Wonder what's going to happen in that revenge game.
Yeah. I can't wait to find out.
Baylor. Yeah. Jay has Baylor. I have Purdue. Ohio State on the bottom of that. Who do you got winning, Jay?
Ohio State.
So do I.
See you later, Big 12.
Yep.
You're gone.
Hasta la vista, Baylor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chip and join games can't save you now. Okay, Illinois versus West Virginia.
Again, I'm going Big 10.
So am I.
So Illinois gets in there.
So let's just go through. Who's your Final Four again, Jay?
Gonzaga out of the West. Michigan out of the East. Ohio State out of the South. Illinois out of the Midwest.
Well, you're one team away from being perfect, Jay, because I have Iowa, Michigan, Ohio State, Illinois.
That is that sounds like an all Big Ten Final Four.
It is an all Big Ten Final Four, Bird.
What a day for on April 3rd.
Look
that's
at
going
that.
to be.
Oh my God, I'm going to be so excited.
2 days after opening day, and an all Big Ten Final Four is what you're predicting.
Yep.
Gonzaga. I have Gonzaga. You have Iowa. We both have Michigan. Who wins between your Iowa Hawkeyes against the Michigan Wolverines?
Well, I told you it's revenge.
Revenge
is the theme here.
Okay.
And your things this Toussaint kid's going to be able to do. I mean, this Iowa team is just going to gel. Revenge. John Howard's going to get mean mugged, whatever. Iowa over Michigan.
All right.
Take that, Van Severen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have Michigan beating Gonzaga.
Okay.
Again, we have not had a team go undefeated since 1976. For those of you doing the math, that's 45 years. A team to go undefeated and win the whole thing since 1976.
Okay, Jay. We both have Ohio State versus Illinois.
The rematch of the Big Ten championship that went to overtime.
Went into overtime. These teams have been very evenly matched in their last two matchups. Real close each time.
Let me tell you a quick story about Illinois.
Yep.
I got to share the house I was at watching the game where there was like two 11-year-old boys there, 10-year-old boys. And got to share the story about being on the radio. And I said, sometimes you just don't know everything, but you just got to roll with the punches and let it go. And they're like, well, what do you mean? I was like, you see that guy out there? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, he's a very, very strong, athletic guy, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, well, when I was doing the breakdown, I was like, and then Illinois' got Cockburn. And T-Roy's like, no, it's Coburn. I was like, I said what I said. I know how to pronounce his name. So as I kept saying it, now all of a sudden I got these two 10-year-old boys calling him Cockburn, and the parents, the dads aren't even stopping them, and I'm giggling along with them because they're just excited that they can say it.
Yeah.
And so as the games, they're like, oh man, Cockburn's on the bench. We got to start. So we're just like three idiot kids, and these guys like really are following basketball. But I've got Illinois beating Ohio State.
I do too, Jay.
So you've got Iowa versus Illinois in the championship. I've got Michigan versus Illinois in the championship.
Uh-huh.
Revenge stays the same?
Well, you know what revenge means, right?
I think so,
it's
yeah.
Payback.
Huh?
It's payback.
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Iowa winning it all. I got Iowa winning it all. You know that.
God, that would just be amazing. Well,
I mean, why wouldn't I?
I understand.
And if you don't like it and you listen to the show, you should have been able to know what my bracket was going to be.
Yeah, that's not.
Come on, right?
That's right. So I've got Illinois winning it all. That's not by any means that I'm cheering
Suck
for
it
them.
up to Huggy.
I'm not.
I see what's going on.
I'm not.
Suck it up to Huggy. Well, I'm not. Huggy, sucking up to you.
Yeah, I like what I saw at Illinois, and so that's where I have it at. Where is let's see. I want to add this in before we go to a quick break. Where's it? I want to remind everybody about.
All kidding aside, Jay.
Yep.
I mean, this thing really is setting up where you could really see an all Big Ten Final Four.
Yeah. It's
beautiful.
It's never happened before from the same conference, but that's fine, right?
I think '89 was the last year that the Big Ten had two. And we got somebody calling in. Please tell me it's
good.
Huggy Bear.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Thanks for calling in. Who is it?
You got Ronald Mexico, and I want to ask you one question. Do you guys like movies?
Yeah.
Ronald Mexico.
Because you're about to see you're about to see one of the biggest blockbusters ever with the Big Ten showing their force. Right now, I like what you guys are putting out there. It's awesome. It's amazing. But I got to tell you, Iowa is the guy that sits at the poker table with you that you're hoping to pull out the aces. And then the Gonzaga's going to win. And then Michigan's going to see that those aces are on the table, and they're going to take Gonzaga out. Puts Michigan into the finals. Now, you go to the Baylor side of the bracket. You have the gauntlet of the Big Ten. You got to get through 3 Big Ten schools. Can they do it? No, they can't. They stumble against Ohio State. Ohio State gets in. Now, the Fighting Illini, they've been crushing it all year. Why not? Why stop now? So let's go ahead and just say it. 1989 final. You want to talk about a revenge tour? Here's your revenge. Illinois over Michigan. God bless, guys.
That's it.
I love it.
Look at it. It's like we were
I was bringing it up the last time. Michigan Illinois had to face off against each other in '89, and we know who won that. Glenn Rice.
Yeah.
And the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, that.
And they went on to win the national title that year too.
Uh-huh.
Yep. I want to say that was when Illinois had Kendall Gill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to.
It was a very talented Illinois team.
That was the Hank Gathers year, right? As well.
Yeah,
I think yeah. All right, so I want to remind everybody about the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. All right. You can register if you go to ESPN 1170 AM. We'll share this too on our site, but if you go to ESPN 1170 AM, you can register for the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. And then if you're the winner in the Quad Cities, now this is going to be town score all over, so it's not just going to be here. But if you go perfect, you're registered to win $1 million. Now, if you're the winner in the Quad Cities, you do the best in the Quad Cities, you'll take home $500 in cash from Upper Iowa University. They're our sponsor. Thank you to them. So if you correctly predict 60 or more games, you will win $10,000. And like I said, if you correctly predict every game, you win $1 million.
So anybody that correctly predicts 60 games wins $10,000.
Yeah.
I probably got 60 right here.
Go to the ESPN 1170 site, scroll down until you find it, read the full official contest rules to confirm your eligibility. Obviously everything's been updated. The 4 playing games are buys, so there'll be no prediction required. But predictions are required for they are only required for the 63 games beginning on Friday. Playing game teams will be displayed together as one selection. So go ahead and do that. Check it out. Free to play, and we'll do that as well.
By the way, I'm pretty sure Ron Mexico was Adam.
Yeah, either way, it was great.
It was pretty solid.
Yeah, it was good. So I liked everything about it. So he had exactly what I had. Gonzaga in the final. He was dead on about Baylor having to go through 3 teams. What he's referring to is Wisconsin, Purdue, and then Ohio State if it falls in that way. And Michigan is, Michigan's actually talented. And again, it kills me. But I have Illini. I win it all, and I was just impressed with them this week. And I'm not taking anything away from Iowa. I'm not taking anything away from Ohio State. I just think they looked really good, and Underwood is a very good coach, too. I think he's calm, cool, and collective over there. But we're going to take a break here at ESPN 1170 AM. We'll be right back. We got a lot more to talk about, including high school basketball game that went a little wrong and my thoughts on it. I'm sure, are you familiar with what I'm about to share with you?
Is this the
Oklahoma thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll talk about it when we come back on the air here.
Say the game didn't go wrong. I would say the announcer did.
The announcer went wrong, yeah. And we're going to talk about that.
God, he went.
When we come back here at ESPN 1170. Yeah, 1170 AM.
I can't even read an ad now. Just go. Got me all worked up.
Yeah, it's bad. Like
real bad.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk about that when we come back here.
You like that? You like that? You like that? You like that?
This is Josh Sides, head coach, St. Ambrose University Esports. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
Oh, man, here we go again. Up early, feed the dog, out the door, traffic, at the office, boss in some kind of mood today, no time for lunch, annoying coworker, no time to relax, bedtime. Then we gotta do it all again? No way. Because the best way to break up the mundane every day is to play at Wild Rose Casino and Resort. Slots, tables, sports, and a whole lot of perks when you join and play with your Club Wild card. So, let's play. Wild Rose Casino and Resort, Clinton.
Don't let COVID delay your tax refund. AmeriFile's tax offices are fully open, and for additional safety, AmeriFile has installed convenient and safe drive-through tax prep windows in Moline and Davenport. Just like a bank drive-through, drive up with your tax documents, stay safe in your car, and with no human contact, they'll prepare your taxes, getting you the maximum refund possible. AmeriFile gives you deep discounts if you used H&R Block or TurboTax last year, or the recently closed AARP or Martin Luther King Center.
AmeriFile has the best tax prep deal in town. Your taxes prepared for half the price of the other guys with free Chick-fil-A, Rudy's Tacos, Whitey's, or Hungry Hobo. Schedule your tax appointment for in-person or our drive-through window at AmeriFile.com or call 762-8087. Why take your taxes anywhere else when you can use AmeriFile's drive-through tax services?
AmeriFile, the best tax prep deal in town. Check them out at AmeriFile.com.
Ace Muffler Clinic has been serving the Quad Cities area for over 60 years. There's a reason why our customers continue to trust us with their vehicles. We can fix almost anything. We can fix your muffler, tune your brakes, change your oil, change your tires, replace your battery, customize your exhaust, tune your engine, repair your suspension, replace your radiator and your water pump. Align your automobile, refill your transmission fluid, and change your filters. And we believe in doing all those things right the first time. For fast-friendly service, visit Ace Muffler Clinic at 4th Ave and 15th Street in Rock Island.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. One of the greatest to ever play in NFL history has called it a career. Drew Brees announced his retirement Sunday, 15 years to the day he first signed with the Saints. The NFL's all-time leader in passing yards says that while he's retiring from football, he's not leaving the city of New Orleans, where he's long been known for his charity work. Brees was honored by his head coach, Sean Payton, who said in a statement, quote, "His consistency and dedication to excellence were unparalleled. In a short period of time, he would help lead a region to recovery and a team to a Super Bowl championship." Elsewhere, the Packers made sure Aaron Jones did not hit the free agent market, agreeing to a 4-year, $48 million contract with the Pro Bowl running back. And the Texans made 2 trades, neither involving Deshaun Watson. They sent linebacker Benardrick McKinney to Miami for DN Shaq Lawson, and they'll swap late-round draft picks for Patriots tackle Marcus Cannon. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
Printing you new signs for the times.
Get back to business with custom printed signs and sales materials. Staples has hundreds of designs to choose from, or just upload your own.
And now at Staples, get 15% off signs, posters, or decals when you spend $75 or more.
Some items printed same day when ordered before 2 p.m.
Save big on custom printing at Staples.
Ends 5/29/21. Exclusions apply. Limit 1 offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español?
Hablo.
It's Oblo?
Yes.
It's Oblo. When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
What can help you take advantage of today's low mortgage rates and save money? Rocket can. You could save hundreds of dollars every month by refinancing with Rocket Mortgage at today's near historic low rates. If your current rate is over 4%, you could lower your payment by over $150 a month, saving thousands in interest every year. Call us today at 833-8ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Savings are based on Quicken Loans, internal data. Points and fees may apply. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states and MLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
This is Renee.
Happy to be here.
She's in a few John Deere commercials this year, but she's not some influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker behind the wheel of a 1 Series tractor. With her iMatch Quick Hitch, backhoe, Quick Park Loader, and Auto Connect mower deck, turning her 4-acre lot into a little slice of heaven is as easy as... Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because the most important job is the next one.
That's all I got.
Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear Renee's story at Deere.com.
All the sports you need, right here. The Quad Cities sports leader is ESPN 1170 AM. KBOB, Davenport, a town square media station.
Castle, brought to you by Dunright TV and Security. I want to thank Ron Mexico for calling in, bringing the thunder there with his Final Four predictions. If you want to share your Final Fours with predictions with us, you can go ahead and call 563-391-3776, or if you want to talk about anything in general, you can. Remember, we're also on Facebook Live. You can leave comments on the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. We're also on... yeah, there's a Stockings brought up thing on the Harrington's Pub Facebook commenter. I thought that was it, 1990, yeah, the Hank Gathers thing. That's right, because I was in 8th grade, yeah. So anyway, I mentioned that before the break.
By the way, if you're on Twitter and you haven't seen the, it's called Barstool Mop something.
Okay.
They're interviewing Bohannon.
Okay.
And he's going through the bag of goodies.
Oh, okay.
That the NCAA gave them guys to stay for when they're in their bubble. It's pretty ridiculous.
Oh, so all right, because he's always had like some type. Isn't he the one that took something from a hotel room one time?
Yeah, the rug.
Yeah.
Well, his thing's always been you spend all this money on this, and this, and you can't. You know, the NCAA refuses to let players make money off their likeness or and all this. Anyway, the amount of money spent by the sponsors to hand out, I want to say he pulled out at least 6 things of deodorant.
Okay.
There was probably 5 different things of shampoo, it looked like.
Yeah.
I mean, all sponsor stuff, like Degree, and, whatever it is. It's pretty ridiculous.
What do you mean? Just because the stuff is, it's not, it's essential?
But why waste the money?
Yeah.
You give the kids 5 bottles of shampoo? I mean, think about this. I mean, if they needed a thing of deodorant, they probably brought it with them to stay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll always remember where they were for 6 months then.
Yeah,
they got
that's
that
what
from.
I'm getting. But 6 months, they got 5 things of deodorant. I mean, they'll remember where they were for 6 years.
Yeah. So on Friday, it got leaked that a girls' basketball game in Oklahoma was being called by a local. It's not a TV station. It's not radio. It might be radio. I don't know. But it's also was picked up by the National Federation of High School Sports. So that's where it kind of goes, where it gets viral, because they're showing a state semifinal, quarterfinal, final game. That's irrelevant. But as the thing's starting,
the team from Norman, some of the players took a knee during the national anthem.
Against like Mid-City, right?
I just remember the team was from Norman.
Yeah, there's Norman, and then there's like Mid-City or whatever else. And the national anthem begins, and there's 2 guys calling the game, but it's more importantly one, but I'll get to that in a second. They don't realize that the mics are hot, meaning the mics are still on. They don't realize that they haven't been turned off or anything. So the national anthem's going on, and one gentleman says to the other, like, what's going on down there? And they point out that some players from Norman were taking a knee during the national anthem. To which the gentleman says things like, effing BS, and I hope they lose. I hope they get killed. Come on, Mid-City. And he's upset that obviously they're taking a knee, okay? And then as it's getting more and more upset and he's talking his way through it, then he drops the N-bomb.
Yeah.
And the game goes all the way through. They play it or whatever else. I think it's not, I don't even know if they ever realized if someone came and turned the mic off in time. Possibly they did, but they still called the game. No one pulled the plug. No one said, we got to get this feed off. We got to do whatever else. It got caught on tape. It went viral. And then by Friday, the National Federation High School had listed a thing that said, had listed an apology saying, like, it started off, we were sickened by the words that were used during this game, and we're looking into the matter. We're going to investigate. Whereas that's where the NFHS got in a little bit of trouble, because everyone's like, what is there to look into? Like, legit, what is there to look into? There's no investigation needed here. Okay, so we know that this is a problem. Let me break. Go ahead.
Just to play a devil's advocate and not, follow me here. I'm not going to go very far into it. Okay,
Sure.
Are they looking in it to make sure that it wasn't somebody putting, like making it, leaking it and making it sound like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Putting the words in there and he really didn't say it, but it trust me, it was.
Yeah,
it was him.
Basically, it was just like, there's no need for an investigation. It's right there.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what they're saying.
How's this? They end up pulling down their apology, because then they put it back up and said, we're no longer going to be any type of doing with these guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So from there, people do their little research. Magnum PI. Who is this person? Who's the people that call it? Whatever else.
Right.
So that obviously the NFHS is getting just stocked with, like, there's no investigation. Do it. And then this guy's getting, whatever he called it for, and then who he is, he's getting, people are hammering him down social media, cancel culture's coming for you. All that's fine, because in this situation, it's not good. He ends up listing an apology.
Mm-hmm.
If
you haven't heard this apology, please sit down.
He says he's very sorry for his words.
Mm-hmm.
He spoke out of context. He shouldn't have. It's not the way he is. But he needs everyone to know one thing.
Mm-hmm.
He has type 1 diabetes. And when his numbers spike, his sugar levels go up, he has irrational thoughts. Okay? No, it's not okay. I'm just going to tell you this. It's not even that. It's more moody if your numbers go low, not if they get spiked. I have 2 friends that have type 1 diabetes.
Okay.
So to me, I asked them both. So when the doctor comes in, he's like, all right, we ran some tests. And it looks like you have type 1 diabetes. And I said, did you ask the doctor, like, what does that mean? What do you have to, how's this going to affect my life? He's like, well, you're going to have to test your levels all the time. You're going to have to be able to understand your body and feel everything else. And I said, at any point did he say, but there's one more thing I've got to let you know. It's very possible at any moment, if you don't take care of yourself, you'll turn into a huge racist. And they were like,
let me guess, that never happened.
No, it never came up. They said, no, it never happened. I said, so they never warned you that at any moment you might just open up your front door and just say things that are rude and...
All of a sudden you have racist Tourette's.
Huh? Yeah, racist Tourette's, that's right. So that doesn't happen, all right? Let's really get even more and more in depth, because you want to know where I'm upset? We, at this point, we're less than 2 weeks out of African American History Month, all right? Mm-hmm. We're less than a year from the killing of George Floyd. We are less than 60 years from the Civil Rights Movement. We have not gotten anywhere in 245 years, because that's what we will be celebrating in July in this country. We are just not getting any better, and I don't care if you sit there and say, well, this was Oklahoma, and shrug your shoulders and sit there and be like, well, that's Oklahoma, what do you expect? Not true. I don't care if it's 600 miles away. I don't care if it's 60 miles away. I don't care if it's 60 feet away. I don't care if it's 6 feet down, 6 feet 6 houses down, 6 blocks away. None of this is okay. He didn't like it that they were kneeling during the national anthem, right, T-Ray?
Yeah.
That got him going. Who was talking during the national anthem?
He was.
He was. He was.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what else? That guy took it all. The other guy's like, oh, whatever else. The guy standing next to him didn't say, whoa, easy. It's one thing to be like, okay, if they're like, I hope they lose or whatever else. But the first time you cuss, you just go, whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. Now, when the N-bomb comes, you got to go, dude. He doesn't say anything either.
Yeah.
And to sit there and say, like, I wasn't part of it, I didn't do it. What does Rush sing in Free Will? If you choose not to decide, you still have made a choice. To sit there and go, I didn't say it. He's just calling the game. He's not my buddy. There's so many things out there that are. He was talking during the national anthem because he gets distracted because someone took a knee. Like, it's so crazy to me that this still happens. That things like this still happen. I'm not shocked by any means whatsoever. But to me, it's just crazy. Yeah. And it's crazy that we can list type 1 diabetes. It's like Eddie says in the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, sugar spike and the Klan hood pops on. And I just don't understand that people are sitting there saying that, that's the majority of people you're going to find in our area around here in the Quad Cities. They're going to go, that's awful. And the next thing's going to be like, well, it is Oklahoma. No, that's not the case. How about this? This is America.
Yeah.
And we're not learning anything. It's just absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. And again, what Eddie says in the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread, the worst part is people are sticking up for this guy. Absolutely. I don't know why anyone's sticking up for him, unless it's his doctor being like, look, I totally told him you're going to have racist Tourette's. It's
I guess the good news is he won't be calling any games anytime soon, right?
No, he won't be calling any games anytime soon. So it's crazy and it's unreal that it still happens in this day and age. And the thing is, when he's saying that people are sticking up for the guy, I don't know. I don't think I'm shocked by that either. Just as much as I'm not shocked when you read something like our friend Emily, she's like, I just have had about enough of negative comments today.
Did you go into that thread, by the way, with Emily? Oh, so, yeah. Some dude was, and I assume it was a dude. It was an egg or whatever, like it didn't have a face or a picture.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to find it. I tried to do a search, and they must have deleted the account. But it was like something, it was called Just Stop It, and then 8 numbers behind it. And just basically, I think someone made a burner account to attack her.
Okay.
And use some very personal things about her. So this person must have either
known of her or
known of her, whatever they were trying to do, but they were trying to do it on purpose. Brought up things with about her dad, which it wasn't anything like her dad had done anything illegal, but just bringing up real estate things that her dad had done. Like a sale of a house and then buying another house and even named the street it was on. So whoever this person is was a garbage a-hole. But, at the same time, it was pretty nasty. The things that they said about Emily and to her.
One too many green beers on Saturday and carried it over shampoo effect on Sunday, or?
No, I think it happened prior to that day.
Oh, okay.
Just a person wanted to be nasty to her.
Well, it's just everyone knows so much more than these other. There's this young lady who works at the Cedar Rapids Gazette. All right, she's not from here. She covers Iowa basketball.
Yeah,
she's in the sports department. Texas wins. She's from. She went to the University of Texas. She writes Tears of Joy. I'm excited for this. Someone says, I don't know how things are, wherever you were at before, but there's no cheering in the press box. She writes back, I happen to be someone who covers the team of Iowa that I'm not from here, and I'm not in the press box. This is the Big 12 championship. I'm just happy. I'm an alum. He writes back again. No cheering in the press box, sister. She's like, what press box am I in?
Dude, people are just so dumb. The internet is so dumb. The social media, the people that think that they can just say what they want.
Yeah.
They just have this They have anonymous handles to hide behind. They got whatever else they're going to do, make a burner account. It's so dumb. It's just so... It needs to go away. It needs to go away, period.
Yeah. And the worst, and we've pointed this out, the thing about Twitter is it's very easy to hide behind a fake account. Where Facebook, you have to, like, you can leave messages, but people might not read them. A lot of times they have to friend request you, but you don't have to. And you can, and Kaker said it before, you can get blocked and just go ahead and start another one.
Yeah.
And do the exact same thing that you want to over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. It's just everybody knows more than you. And that's what we talked about Kaker last week when we're just saying, like, hey, like, what's the deal? And he's just like, there's a group of people that just says you Iowa media.
Right.
And he's like, I don't know where they get this, that they think like we're all like
they're a big giant group. They hang out together.
Yeah, and they're all out to just be like, we're just never going to say anything bad about it.
Hassel took some stuff this weekend for what he said.
I'm sure there was a lot of people that
I
like
don't have a problem with
Hassel.
Sure. I really don't have a problem with Hassel. There's times when I disagree with his takes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell him what I say, but at the same time, people tend to take it to the next level, where it has to be either a personal attack or they have to use, some sort of insult to get their point across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I don't really get too much into that type of thing. And the only thing we ever did in this show was just people just be like, talk about the show. Be like, come on in. Come on the show. That's what kind of we've done in the past and everything. But
it goes back to when we had Ziggy on the phone.
Yeah.
And he called us a bunch of idiots.
Mm-hmm. Morons, idiots, yeah.
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 Because he had to insult us to get his point across because we disagreed with him for sticking up for a pedophile.
He came right out firing, too. Robert T. Green came out firing. Well, actually, Robert was kind of nice for the beginning, but then after that, and then, there's just, you kind of, at that point, you just kind of you pick and choose what you want to go with, and if it's going to be beneficial or not. Like I said, the gentleman who wrote about Pepe Le Pew, in my eyes, it would not be beneficial for us to have him on because I've read enough of his tweets that it's the opposite of it. Again, if you don't agree with his opinion, he's going to label you. And I was like, it's not going to get us anywhere. Right. In this situation, I said it would not get us anywhere to talk to him about cancel culture of Pepe Le Pew, whatever, if that's what, and more things that he writes about, because he's just going to, he would just turn around and just kind of like what Robert did. All you guys in that media or that area, you're racist and you don't listen to anything. That's not the case at all. But I just didn't want to do it. Kind of like I just likened it to trying to teach a pig to sing. It's not going to happen. It's just going to annoy the pig. So sometimes you just got to move on and pick and choose your battles. That's all. And again, that's an unfortunate thing. But the good thing coming up here is we're going to go straight through the NCAAs. It's going to be great. We've got wrestling coming up as well.
NCAA wrestling?
NCAA wrestling, yeah. It comes up this weekend. Championship. Iowa's got 4 number 1 seeds. I think Iowa's going to win it. All right. Major League Baseball is planning on experimenting with several rule changes, but they're going to do it in the minor leagues.
Okay.
In AA, there will be no defensive shifts.
Thank God.
All 4 infielders must have their cleats on the infield dirt when the pitch is thrown.
Thank you.
That means no rover in shallow right field taking singles away from lefties. I like that. In select games in Low A Southeast, there will be an automated ball strike system to continue refining the optimal strike zone. So it will be an electronic strike zone. In Low A West, pitchers will have just 15 seconds to deliver each pitch. So there's a 15-second pitch clock.
What if they don't? Will it be called a ball automatically?
Must be.
Okay.
That's actually really good to look into. Maybe I need to figure that out. If it's a ball or a balk or batters advance, runners advance. Across Low A, pitchers can step off the rubber only twice per at bat. So you can't have multiple pickoff attempts that go to 3 or more. Because sometimes they're doing it to keep the bullpen, get the bullpen warm.
Yeah.
And then in AAA, bases will be 3 inches longer on all sides of the bases, both as a safety measure and a way to increase infield hits and stolen bases.
3 inches?
I think it goes from 15 inches to 18.
Square.
18, yep, 18 by 18.
I don't have a problem with that. Do you?
Not really. I think it's... I don't know how much at 3 inches. That would be something like talk to Tyson about. Turn in a double play, know when you're at. But I guess they a lot of times they do a gimme anyway. They call it a gimme.
Yeah.
But for as far as the steel, it's 3 inches on either side. You can kind of slide away from the tag and open it up, and 3 inches on the inside of the first base side, third base side, or if it hits the bag, it's in play.
Right.
So it's just opening up 6 inches and 6 more. Yeah. So it's
home plate would say the same size, I assume.
Yes. So the shifts.
I think that's the biggest. That's the one I like the most. I hate the shift. I think it's the worst thing ever.
So about a decade ago, the shift started becoming regularly used. All right, and somebody kept track of this. This is the jobs that people have to find this stuff is great. I love it. Since teams began regularly using shifts about a decade ago, the strategy has exploded. In 2011, there were 2,350 instances of the shift being used in a Major League Baseball game. In 2019, there were 46,758. So in 8 years, it increased by
over double.
Yeah, 44,500. That's insane.
Oh, it went from 2,000 to 44,000?
It went from 2,350 instances when it happened to 46,758 in 2019. So it increased.
Good Lord. I thought you were saying it went from 2,000 to 4,000.
No,
I didn't realize it 44,000.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yes. So that there was, in 2019, over almost 47,000 times was a shift used in a Major League Baseball game.
I would like to see them do the statistics on how many times did it actually prevent somebody from getting a hit. Whereas you know that you're for certain that a defensive player wouldn't have been in that spot.
Mm-hmm. Couple things that they're saying, just some people that are out there. Francisco Lindor, Mets, the brand new Mets shortstop, he says the shift has to be cut down. Let me do me. Let me make the crazy play. John Boy, you know him from Twitter where he'll do like lip reading things or whatever else. He'll break down a game. He said, I was a blind defender of the shift in a tweet. And he said, then we watched a ton of games from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and the game was so much more fun with more action. That action with today's level of athleticism would be amazing. I'm not a fan of the shift at all. So I'm fine with this rule. I don't think I have a problem with any of the rules, to be honest with you. I don't think I really like electronic strike zone, and I know Tyson doesn't, so and to follow him when it comes to that.
Why doesn't he like it? Curious. Do you know?
It takes away the art of him, like when he's framing a pitch and everything else, a catcher. And that's all. It takes just a little bit away from it. It's
okay.
Yeah.
But all right, devil's advocate, Jay.
And what is the strike zone, though? How do we... Yeah. Okay.
Well, it'd be an adjusted strike zone. So my strike zone would be different than your strike
That's
zone.
what I would assume, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the pitcher's looking at the... I mean, the pitchers are accurate enough that when they're looking at the batter, they can figure out that... isn't it supposed to go from your armpits to your knees?
Yeah, pretty much letters to your knees.
Yeah.
Stocking brings up a good point. If you ban the pitcher from throwing over twice, then they should ban a runner from stealing after 2 attempts, the runner could take a huge lead. He's right. They've got to do something about that then.
Yeah.
I guess you can only throw one because, that's what you got to do. Stocking says electronic strike zones will only extend games. He's right, though. But
what
I
do
guess
you mean extend games?
Meaning because instead of calling strikes, you won't have the frame. Do you know what I'm saying? It will be out of the strike zone. It'll be a ball. It'll make games go longer. The pitch, he's right.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. I think he's right, yeah, in that situation. I don't know.
Maybe you have guys not taking pitches that are really close, and they're swinging instead.
Maybe. across low A. We're high A. So I don't see where that's affecting anywhere around here for the River Bandits.
Yeah, I don't like the 2 throws over to first base.
I don't like that either. I like the defensive shift. I'm okay with seeing how an electronic strike zone does. I'm okay with that. Seeing how it does. I don't know too much about the 15-second pitch clock, nor do I care. It's just kind of weird. And
my thought on the strike zone is why is there really a need to take the human error out of it? I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you're going to watch a certain game and be mad.
Yeah, if it doesn't go your way, you're definitely going to know the name of the umpire and say he doesn't know what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. And
I don't know. I'm with you. I think I'll have to see. But you're still going to have an umpire there to call out or safe at the plate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. All right, let's take a quick break. March 15th, 1912.
How about this?
Yes.
Real quick before you do that.
Sure.
How about this? If you don't go all the way with it, you have electronic assisted strike balls and strike calls, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you can challenge one call per inning or 2 calls per inning, especially if, at the end of a game. Or let's just say you get so many challenges per game.
Okay.
So that way the manager can figure out. So just like football, you get 3 challenges per game. So you're not really so worried about the strike zone in the first inning. You're not going to be like calling a challenge. But 9th inning, bases loaded, controversial strike call, you're throwing your flag. Okay? How about that?
Okay.
And then they go and they use the artificial strike zone or whatever it is, the electronic strike zone, to see if the umpire got it right or wrong. I think go that route.
I think, yeah, I could see that where we compare the two and compare and contrast the two. March 15th, 1912. I'm going to give you what happened, and then I'm going to give you a trivia question before we go to break, okay?
All right, hold on a second.
Okay.
March 15th.
1912.
Okay, give me a hint.
He was a pitcher.
Babe Ruth.
No.
Cy Young.
Cy Young. 109 years ago today, Cy Young retired from baseball with 511 wins, still 94 more than any other pitcher in Major League Baseball history. Cy Young was born Denton Young. He is also the all-time leader in games started with 815, complete games 749, and innings pitched. He also lost more games than everybody else, though, allowed more hits and earned runs than anyone else. But he had a long career. When his career began, pitchers delivered the ball underhand and fouls weren't counted as strikes. The pitcher's mound wasn't moved back to its current position until Young's 4th season, and he didn't wear a glove until his 6th.
So underhand, they pitched like girls softball?
I think sidearm, yeah. Whew. Here's my question for you.
Okay.
Of the, let's just see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, top 10 in most wins in MLB history. Only 2 are on this list since 1965. There are two pitchers that are in the top 10 that played Major League Baseball since 1965. So I'm telling you, all the other 8's career either ended in 1965 or above. All right?
Got it.
So in the top 10, only 2 played after 1965. Who are they when we come back from break? Here at ESPN 1170 AM. Don't hassle us. We're local.
This is Randall, the QC hot dog guy. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
We just expanded our lot at Weber Auto Group. What's that mean for you? Now's the time to buy. Bigger selection, better deal, lower prices. Plus the Weber warranty. And every car we sell gets our 52-point inspection. So call us, visit our website, or better yet, come see us in our new showroom in Silvis. Weber Auto Group, your 5-star dealer.
For 3 generations, G&G Retailers has been your place for all your gun, ammo, and gunsmith needs. And right now, G&G Retailers is offering top dollar for your firearms. Stop in now and get cash on the spot. Single items, gun collections, even estates. G&G will take them all. Consignment options available too. You need cash and they want your firearms. Now's the perfect time to go to G&G Retailers and turn your firearms into cash. G&G Retailers on the corner of 17th Street and Division in Davenport.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Jerry really screwed this up. He screwed this up. Impulsive billionaires with a penchant for star power. Zeke Elliott and Cabo was the undoing. 2 years ago, Zeke Elliott held out. He withheld his services. And you know how that worked out? He now has a contract that is an albatross, and it is one of the reasons that they were not able to get this deal with Dak Prescott done until a time when Dak had more leverage than any player has ever had in NFL history. And Jerry got that completely wrong because he becomes enamored with star power. And so that's the way it goes. Now, look, do the Cowboys lose their ability to compete because of this? No, of course not. They got the number down this year. Jerry thinks they're a championship team. He may be the only one who thinks that, but he does.
Greeny, 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
At Crawford Company, we specialize in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning. Sports, on the other hand...
Hey, Crawford guy, go long!
No, I can't.
Here comes the pitch to Crawford guy. Strike 3.
Come on, Crawford guy, take the shot!
Sports may not be our specialty, but home comfort is. Crawford Company, plumbing and drain cleaning, heating and air conditioning.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business and powered by Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more. All with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
It's time to rise and grind. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin.
You're going to ask a lot of LeBron James, and that's what makes you worried as a Lakers fan. You know, how does LeBron James keep his foot on the gas, but at the same time, how do you preserve him, getting him ready for another title run when the playoffs come along?
The Lakers will probably still be there along with the Clippers. I don't worry about it before All-Star break. If this was the month of May and you're having this conversation, then I'm like, okay. But right now, I'm not. I mean, Jay make it sound like we should just start preparing for the future.
No, whoa, I didn't say that.
But you make it sound like that we're just done.
No, the Lakers aren't done, but here's my concern. The more you ask LeBron James to do, I know he's a machine, but every once in a while a screw pops out of a machine.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin. Mornings on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
And now an old classic commercial from Mark Brenny.
BMS hotline.
I'm hiding in the closet. I'm really frightened. I didn't know who else to call.
It's all right, sir. Now tell me, what's the matter?
Well, it's my wife. She's in this mood.
Was it a grouchy mood, sad mood, moody mood? Sir, please describe the mood.
Well, kind of like all three.
You didn't tell her she was fat, did you?
Geez, I'm not that stupid. See, I was test riding a new Suzuki Intruder from Brenny's Motorcycle Clinic in Bettendorf. Well, I guess I just forgot her birthday was today, and she started yelling at me.
Go on.
So I told her that I was buying it for her.
First, you need to reassure her and tell her that you love her, and that riding a Suzuki motorcycle helps to ease cramps and bloating.
Cramps and bloating? Hey! Is this the pre-motorcycle syndrome hotline?
No, sir. This is the other PMS hotline.
Oh, no, she found me. Gotta go. Maybe I'll be calling you in 28 days.
Come test drive one today. Brenny's, 4426 State Street in Bettendorf, across from Alcoa. Almost.
Get your sports fix while you work. Download our free mobile app and never miss a moment. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Don't Hassle Us Local today. Jay's got a trivia question for me, and I
do.
Don't know how well I
But
did.
first, I can make an announcement. You remember him as a sponsor for ID Life? Well, Tim is back. Tim Hernandez is a real estate guy here working for EXP in the Quad Cities, and he is brokered by EXP Realty. He's been involved in real estate market since 2007. Tim's a great guy. Not only that, is he licensed in Iowa, Illinois. He also is part of the youth wrestling, so I've known him for quite some time. He specializes in residential home buying and selling, helps investors locate investment properties, assisting with property management and rehabs on flips. Allow him the opportunity to assist you in your next real estate transaction. Like I said, it's also property management. So if you're out there and you have, a home that you're renting out and you find it to be a little bit a nuisance for you to do it, he can help you with that as well. And he can also find investment properties for you. As I mentioned, he's licensed in both Iowa and Illinois, and I'm excited to have him part of the show. For all of your real estate needs, give Tim a call at 563-508-7221. We'll be sharing that on social media, and we're going to be throwing his logo up starting tomorrow on our Harrington's Pub Facebook on our Facebook feed when we're live. All right, before we went to break, it would mention that today in history, 109 years ago, Cy Young retired from baseball.
Yeah.
And he is an all-time leader in wins. And in the top 10, only 2 pitchers played after 1965. So everybody else that's in this list in the top 10.
As in retired after 1965.
Retired. Nobody else has, out of this 10, 8 other guys did not play ball after 1965 except for 2. So we know their names.
All right.
And they're actually 8 and 9 on the list. So who do you think you have?
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan is not in the top 10.
Oh, my God. Roger Clemens.
Roger Clemens is number 9.
Okay. Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddux is the other one. Absolutely. Good job.
I had 3 guesses on that. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought, now let's see if I can get any of the other top 10.
Okay.
I have a couple guesses I think are wrong, so I'll just throw those out right away so I look dumb to start out with and I can finish strong. Either Sandy Koufax or Don Drysdale. I think they both played after 65.
Say that again.
Sandy Koufax or Don Drysdale?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay. Warren Spahn.
Yes. He is number 6.
Okay. Whitey Ford.
No.
Man. Bob Feller.
No. It's T-Roy.
Right.
There's no one else from the 60s. The next closest after that retired was 1930 and 1927.
I'm lost then.
Yeah, it goes Cy Young, then Walter Johnson.
Oh, I should have got that one. Okay.
Pete Alexander.
Nope.
Christy Mathewson.
I heard the name.
You know the name, yeah. Pud Galvin played from 1875 to 1892.
Pud Galvin?
Yeah, you know good old Pud.
I know some Puds.
Then we did Warren Spahn. Then there's Kid Nichols.
Kid Nichols. Is that Neil's dad?
I don't know. Yeah, he only had 16 years in the league from 1890 to 1906. He had 362 wins. And then Tim Keefe, who had 13 years in the league from 1880 to 1893.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm happy I got Warren Spahn.
Yeah,
I probably should have got Walter Johnson.
So during his time, Cy Young had to go up against Pud, Walter Johnson, Christy Mathewson,
Kid Nichols.
Pud
Galvin,
just said it. Kid Nichols,
and Tyler Keefe.
Tim Keefe. Yeah. So he had some people to go against.
I was surprised Nolan Ryan wasn't up there. That was I originally had my first 3 guesses were Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, Greg Maddux.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, one of them's wrong. I did not think that it was Nolan Ryan that was wrong, though.
And now there's one more thing of nostalgia about Drew Brees, because he had, obviously been in the league for 20 years after he was drafted number 32 overall on April 21st, 2001. Here's some things that were going on the night he was drafted. The top movie at the box office.
What year?
2001.
2001. He was drafted top movie at the box office in 2001.
In April 21st of 2001.
April 21st, 2001. Top movie.
It's dumb. Like,
give me a hint.
It's a kid's movie. You've never seen it.
Really? How do you know?
I highly doubt it.
Was it?
I don't know why you would.
Was it Toy Story?
No. It's not even that. It's like not a very pot. It's not. It's pot. Like they had no. It's Spy Kids.
Oh no.
Yeah. The top song on the radio.
Hold on. 2001.
Yes. Why are you guessing?
Because I want to guess.
Okay. Top song on the radio.
Top song on the radio 2001 was In the Club, 50 Cent.
It's a pretty good guess. But in April of 2001, it was Angel by Shaggy.
Okay, man.
Featuring Rayvon. Yeah.
In the Club was huge during spring break of 01.
The top TV show.
In 2001. What was the one with the girls on the street? They all lived in the same block. They had Eva Longoria.
Real Hot, not Cougar Town?
No.
Desperate Housewives.
Was it? Yeah. Was that
I think that was too. I think you're a little too early on that. 2001. It was Survivor. It was only in its second season of 40.
Good God.
National headlines going on then. President Clinton served his final days in office that year while Hillary Clinton was sworn into the Senate on September 11th, obviously. 2 days after the NFL season began, the world changed forever. Those are just headlines from that year. 3 huge movies during the year were Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, and Shrek all debuted in 2001. This is also the year that Apple introduced the first ever iPod and Microsoft unveiled the Xbox. And also, on the same day that Brees was drafted, the NBA playoffs began. League MVP Allen Iverson led the 76ers to the finals where they fell to Kobe, Shaq, and the Lakers. That year, the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup and the Diamondbacks won the World Series. And most notably, the Patriots went on to win their first Super Bowl behind second-year quarterback Tom Brady.
Who got the game-winning hit for the Diamondbacks?
Luis Gonzalez.
Against who?
Mariano Rivera.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's you.
And Mark Gracie
hit a home run.
No, Gracie got a single and was pinch ran, and that's the run that scored.
But he hit a home run in that series.
Did he?
Yeah. Really?
Really? You got a drink named Murray?
I love that.
I was really excited that Gracie went in to the point at that time I had said, like, if they win this game because of Gracie, I'm going to go out and find a slump buster. I did not do that. I did not want to do that.
Why not?
Because I just didn't. Yeah,
I don't know how a good-looking guy like you could ever get in a slump.
I wasn't. I just figured, and for Gracie's, in honor of Gracie, I would do something like that. But I didn't, because I'm a nice, wholesome young man. So I know this week we're gonna have some time to have Siokas in here.
Yeah.
Probably reach out to a couple other people because I don't know really your schedule. Friday we decided that we're not gonna do that. We'll probably
I am out next.
I thought it was like this week.
Next 2 days.
You're down Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep.
So you'll be back Thursday.
I can be here Thursday.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I'll have Jimmy, and then I'm going to reach out and see what Stocking's up to as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, get Stockpile. He's gold, man.
Because, I mean, they're on spring break. Because it's so spring break out right now.
Yeah.
So, but no real travels for me going up there.
Stockpile, Sweet 16 and disease-free. You could be the lucky lady to give it to him.
But Wednesday is going to be, we're back to the St. Patrick's Day festivities. So it's the Quad Cities. So nice they had to give it 4 cities, and so nice we had to do St. Patrick's Day twice.
That's perfect. I think it's the greatest place ever.
Yeah. But, St. Patrick's Day all week long.
Spy Kids.
Spy Kids, exactly.
God, what terrible.
I think we need to look at more things like that. What was going on at the time when certain things happened in the years. Next time we do a trivia question that has a date, I come back with the song of the year and the movie that was going on.
Movie.
Yeah.
And then we'll do
this day.
Was Allen Iverson MVP that year?
He was MVP that year. And they beat Ray Allen and the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals to go on. I think that was like Game 7. And I really wanted the Bucks to win that game.
He scored They won 1 game against the Lakers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he had to score like 50 in that game.
Yeah. It was never really going to be that close. All right. Hey, Try to stay warm out there, Quad Cities. It's
I think
not,
it quit snowing.
Well, is it turned to rain or just done in general
It
precipitation?
just looked like I didn't see any snow come down. So we'll see. When we
it's all
get
gone
outside
by
of this
tomorrow.
dreary studio, we'll find out.
Absolutely. All right, Quad Cities, enjoy yourselves. Thanks for tuning in. Get those brackets done. Remember,
Go Big
I'll
Ten,
I'll
all
share
Big Ten final.
I'll share everything for the ESPN 1170 that you can do your thing to get some money in there, and then I'll reach out to someone and maybe we'll do our own tournament challenge thing and just get some gift certificates to hand out here and there. So anyway, I'll report back to you on that one. Enjoy yourselves. Try to stay a little bit warm and a little bit dry, and stay safe and sanitize as always. We'll see what happens. Go Big Ten in the finals, in the Final Four. See you later.
All the sports you need right here. The Quad Cities sports leader is ESPN 1170 AM, KBOB, Davenport, a Town Square media station.